That was really cool.
That was super cool.
That was super cool.
That was super cool. I'm glad I sent you that.
Yeah.
That makes me want to watch that movie again.
I was in the mood to watch that the other day. Receiving your content. Dun, dun, dun,
Have we?
We're back!
We're back! Ichi, you have a string on your face. This is on your face, dog. This is like the evidence of the crime. You have a purple thread.
I don't know if YouTube thinks that we're back, but we're back! Or we're live for the first time, depending on your opinion and how you're watching. We're playing Draftosaurus, designed by 4 French people.
Ichi, can you stop giving your sister stink eye?
I need to tweet. Alright, live again. Can you read who designed that?
Yes, Draftosaurus was designed by Antoine Bauza, Corentin Lebras, Ludovic Maublanc, and Theo Rivière. And the art was done by Vipin Alex Jacob and, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this, Jiahui Eva Gao.
Draftosaurus. Are we back on YouTube? I don't know. It says the internet can tell you yes. So this is a drafting game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 15 minutes to play, and I have bought 6 copies. Most personally.
Are you just doing the thing like you did with number 9 where we can now play it like effectively?
That's what he asked me. He asked me if that's what I was doing, and I was like, not yet. I haven't. I think the distribution of dinosaurs would be way too off.
We are live on YouTube.
But we could try it. But yeah, so the reason that I have owned so many of these games, or have owned so many of these games, is because I work for Hava now, if you didn't know, and so I go to a lot of shows. So I've been to 11 or 12 shows, I don't even know, this year. And I was actually talking to somebody and she's been to 20 shows this year. And I was like, holy smokes. And she's like, yeah, but I'm retired and I don't work them. I just attend them. And I was like, okay.
Sounds more relaxing.
Yeah. But anyway, I've been to 11 or 12 shows, and whenever I go to the show, I buy another copy. Because I travel a ton, and I'm really, really good at packing. But when I fly to a show, I don't bring anything but, like, work stuff. Because I'm usually bringing booth things. So I'm usually bringing, like, prototypes or things, like, copies that I need to, like, have on camera or, like, that I need for meetings or something like that. Or I'm bringing, like, I was power drill and, like, my booth signs and like all of the demo products that I need for my entire booth.
Your
I
suitcase space is allocated.
Yeah, I can fly with an entire booth, not including like tables, in my one suitcase, and then with my carry-on and my check bag. And my boss is amazed by it. But I'm like, yeah.
Also no booth stuff in your check luggage.
No, it just doesn't fit. But a lot of the trade shows I've been attending with just, I just bring all the product with me. I like did a tour. I did a store tour and and I had 2 shows that I did while I was doing the tour. It was crazy. But because of that, I don't have space to travel with games to play with other people, and I often don't have time. But I've been, a lot of the shows that I'm at, Draftosaurus is available, and so I've been buying Draftosaurus and playing it either at like a friendly local game store or from the publisher Luma Imports, who is the one that's bringing Draftosaurus into the US. And the reason I keep buying them is because I'll buy them and I'll play them because I know how to play it. It's super quick and it's really a good convention game.
It plays up to 6. Not a lot of games.
It plays up to 5.
Oh, 5. Dang it.
Which not a lot of games do, but at a convention 5 is great. And it's so fast that we can play really quick and then like other people can come in. And it is still interesting, and it's a game that you can play while like just hanging out and catching up with friends. And then what usually happens is I'll play it and then I will just give it to one of the people that I'm playing with because I have a copy at home and I don't need to have multiple copies. Yeah. But going into Christmas, I bought a bunch of copies and stocked up on them because we're going to be giving this to our nephews and we're going to be giving this to our nieces and we're going to give it to my dad. So that's why we currently have 3 copies sitting over there. And I was like, hey, let's do a surprise stream of these 2 games that I just keep tweeting about constantly. So that's what we're doing that tonight. So this is a drafting game where you draft dinosaurs, which I call Meeplesaurs. Yeah. And we do have in the box, the chat on YouTube's like not working.
Yeah, if you close it open.
Oh, no, just nobody's talking on YouTube. Nobody loves us. That's fine. There's only 4 people watching. This chat is disabled for live stream. Huh. That's inaccurate. Let's refresh. Let's regret everything.
YouTube, how you doing? Do you want to rate YouTube?
No, they're not. Hey, look, they are talking, and it just
yeah.
The chat didn't work.
YouTube, you look different.
Well,
Change.
Yeah,
Did
YouTube.
you get your hair done?
YouTube redesigned a bunch of stuff, and I hate their redesign thing. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, there are things talking. Okay. It is a charged suitcase of holding. I'm an amazing backer. Yeah. Draftosaurus is one of the best games you can play in a con and a family game. Yes, and that's why I have it a lot.
Yeah. Fits those bills.
Cool. All right, we got it. Cool. I'm now seeing that Jeremy wants us to play Miyabi live. Jeremy, why are you so mean to me?
I mean, I haven't played it in a while.
No. If you ever want to just, like, never want to play a board game again, publish it. Yeah. I don't even know how many times I've played Miyabi. It's like the thousands. Not the thousands. It's a lot.
They all kind of blur together.
They do.
So in all the times you've played Miyabi, what's the highest stack somebody's done?
You're sick. So I work for a publisher. Miyabi is a game that we're publishing. It's a good game. I do like the game. I do generally like the game. I'd never want to play it with Steve again. And I knew this when I signed the game.
I played it the once, right? Yeah.
When I signed the game, I knew that I would as soon as I played it with Steve, I would never want to play it again with him. So I put it off as long as possible. Because it's a tile placement game with like spatial things, and he's really good at number 9, and it's like number 9 meets Azul or Patchwork.
I'm actually not great at number 9.
You're better than me. So we play. So okay. So the way that this works is I will play a game before it's like done. So I'll get like the prototype stuff and I'll play it, like play test it, and then I get to play like a proof copy. And then eventually I'll get to play I'll play a rough proof copy, and then I'll play like a nice proof copy, and then eventually I get to play a German edition of the game, and then I eventually finally get my English edition. And so I've had 4 different versions of Miyabi now, and I finally played with him I think I did play with the white box copy with you. So it was the second version I played with him. But by that point, I had played the game like, I don't even know, 20 times. And I'd proofed the rule book. I'd translated the rule book, and I'd played it like 20 times and like knew all the FAQ problems for the rule book and editing, right? And like the week before, I had finalized the rule book. Like the rule book was going to the printer, right? So I was real confident in my knowledge of this game. So we sit down and I play with him. So there's a bonus if you layer the tiles, and if you're the first person to get a tile to the 5th layer, you get the bonus tile in addition to a ton of points for doing that. And of course, he does that. And then his next move, he goes to play a tile on the 6th layer, and I'm like, oh, you can't do that. And he goes, why not? It's not in the rules, right? And I was like, no, it's not in the rules, but. So the game developer, who is in Germany and is a friend of mine because we work together, she's really great. Her name is Anne-Marie. She's the developer at Hava Games. And she wakes up at like 4 a.m. German time because she lives on a farm. So I know she's awake. So I text her and I go, hey, can you build beyond the 5th level? Because it doesn't say in the rules. And she goes, yeah, you can build as high as you want, but who would be stupid enough to let somebody build past the 5th level? And I was just like, because I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong. This shouldn't be in the rules. We should add a thing because you can't do that. You can't do that. And then no, it just turns out, yep. Yeah. So, and then I was talking to a friend of mine I was talking to Hunter, who used to work at Steve Jacking Games and Pansaurus, and has a YouTube channel, or used to have a YouTube channel. I was talking to Hunter, and he was like, hey, I want to play Miyabi with you at a con. And I was like, no, I won't play Miyabi because I'm really burnt out on Miyabi and I'm on vacation. So I'm sorry. The only Haba game that I will play, like, on vacation is Valley of the Vikings, because I actually do enjoy that game a lot. I do really like Miyabi, but I'm so burnt out on that game. And it just makes my work brain go, right? So Hunter's like, why won't you play Miyabi? And I was like, well, because I played it a lot, and Steve's going to be with me, and then he'll want to play it, and I don't want to ever play with him again. And so I tell Hunter the story of, like, Steve did this thing, and Hunter just starts in all caps. He's like, this is a bad, or he was like, we need to add an FAQ to the rule book. What do you mean this is allowed? And I was like, how did you know exactly what I said? Like, how did you know? Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Fun times. I do like that game.
I have not played any Car Wars with Hunter. Yeah.
Did we ever stream Triplanetary?
No, we never streamed Triplanetary.
We never streamed Triplanetary.
Yeah. But anyway, I think if you get me like a year, I could stream Miyabi. But right now, it's too much work. I just spent the whole weekend pitching it to press and people. And I've been doing that since Gen Con. So I have a spiel. It's like, and my brain turns off. Like, when you demo, you won't know this unless you demo a game just hundreds of times. You get to the point where, like, your mouth just goes on a script, and you don't even, my brain goes elsewhere. And so that's what would happen with that game. I actually have a script for Draftosaurus, but I don't have to do this for work. So this is why we're going to play this tonight. But that's my story on Miyabi. Let's play Draftosaurus.
So it's kind of like that Taylor Swift song. Like, at some point, you'll forget that Miyabi existed, and then you'll be able to play it again.
No, I'll never forget Miyabi exists. I really do like Miyabi.
No, I know. It's so work brain right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so work brain. Okay, so let's do setup, and then Jeremy asked a great question that I totally want to talk about, because that's super awesome. So we're going to play Draftosaurus. So this is the bag from the BGG store, because the bag that it comes with is like a little hemp bag, and your hand doesn't really go in it. So we got the BGG
so amazing
upgrade bag. Love this thing. And then each player needs a player board, and there's two sides. We'll probably end up playing both sides tonight on camera. So there's like the summer side, and then there's the winter side. So we're going to start with the summer side. And we'll put, then for different player counts, you're actually going to remove dinosaurs. So for 2 players, we're going to take out 2 of each species, and there's 6 species. So
I just realized I don't think I pronounce the T in winter most of the time.
Winter?
Yeah.
You say winter?
But you enunciate the T. You say it correct.
Winter.
Yeah.
And normally I don't say things right, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Normally,
I mean, no comment.
Normally my pronunciation is awful.
See, I totally say wintertime. I'm supposed to lose a time.
No, I almost crushed your plane. What did I say about that? Okay. So, actually, we've never played this 2 players, so I think these are really...
It does have it has a small 2-player call out, I think.
Yes, 2-player version. Ha ha. 4 rounds instead of usual 2 rounds.
Oh, that's right. It's the double. It's the double drafted pitch one.
Each player takes a turn rolling the dice. The die condition only applies to the player who did not roll the dice. That seems silly. No, that's normal. Oh, so you choose one dinosaur to put in your park, and the other one gets put back in the box.
Yeah, choose 2 pitch one.
Gross. All right, it's gonna be great.
And that's after the die roll. Interesting. Okay, so we are playing 2-player variant.
So I'm gonna teach the normal variant for those of you at home, and then I'm going to teach the 2-player variant. So we are each building a dinosaur park, and we're currently drafting our dinosaurs to fill our park. So think Zuluredo. Okay? But like
Zuluredo meets Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So each player is going to grab 6 dinosaur meeples, from the bag, and you're going to put them in your hand, and you're going to keep them in your hand. Okay? Wow, that is... Yeah. So be secret, right? And then we're going to take turn... You're going to draft the dinosaurs from your hand, you're going to add it to your park, and then you're going to pass your hand to the next player. So I'm going to explain the different areas that you can put your dinosaurs, because there are 6 pens, and then there are 7 places you can put dinosaurs. And at the end of the game, they will earn you points for different things. So it's just set collection, like different set things. So this first pen is dinosaurs of the same type. So you will get an increasing amount of points for every matching dinosaur you put in this pen. So once you put a dinosaur in this pen, you cannot put a dinosaur of a different type. Like, I can only put the blue guys in this pen from then on, but at the end of the game, I'll get points for however many I have. Okay? This pen is it's the opposite. So this is the unique dinosaurs pen. So this pen, you get increasing amounts of points for each unique dinosaur that you put in here. So the first dinosaur, I do that. So now I can no longer put an orange dinosaur in here. I have to do a different one on another round. Okay? So that's what these 2 pens are. Very straightforward. Then, I'm on camera. This pen, I'm like, what's the official name? I don't know. This pen is, you want sets of 3. So you don't need unique. They don't need to be matching. Just for every 3 dinosaurs you have in this pen, you get 7 points.
And it's exactly 3.
Yeah. No, you don't have to have... Oh, no, yeah. It's exactly 3.
Or, sorry, you can't go over 3 is what I mean.
Yeah,
you only
so
score points
if you get 3 dinosaurs in this pen, you'll get 7 points. If you have less than 3, you get nothing. Okay? Then this pen is couples. So for every pair of matching dinosaurs in this pen, you get 5 points, and you can have up to 6 dinosaurs in this pen. So you can have up to 2 couples. I guess you could have
3 couples.
3 couples, sorry. You can have, it can go wrong. So you can have a couple that's not a matching pair, but you won't get points for them, if that makes sense. So you only get 5 points per matching pair of dinosaurs in here, up to a total of 3 pairs. Then this pen is the loneliest dinosaur. So this dinosaur, you can only put 1 dinosaur in this pen, but you only get the points for this dinosaur if that dinosaur that's in this pen is the only dinosaur of that type in your entire park. So if I put a dinosaur here and then later I end up with the same type someplace else, this one gets me no points. Sadness. So yeah. Then this pen up here, this is the King of the Jungle pen. So you put a dinosaur here, and at the end of the game, if you have equal to or more than the same dinosaur, if you, out of everybody else, have more or equal amounts, if you have the most of this dinosaur, you get 7 points out of like any player, and ties are shared. So I think that's the best way to say that. So those are the pens. Those are the 6 different places you can put dinosaurs. The 7th place you can put dinosaurs is in the river. So if for some reason you don't want to put a dinosaur in a pen, or there's not a good place for them to put them, or you just can't put them where you need to put them, they're going to go in the river, which is the center of your park. And at the end of the game, you get 1 point per dinosaur in the center.
And then they reenact the last 20 minutes of the Lost World movie.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that's the pens. At the end of the game, you'll get points through the different pens based on if you achieve the goals. And then you will also get 1 point for every pen that has at least 1 T-Rex. If you have more than 1 T-Rex in a pen in an enclosure, you don't get multiple points for those T-Rexes. So you get 1 per pen that has 1 T-Rex in it. So that is this. And then the thing that makes the game a little spicy is there's a die. So before...
T-Rex points?
Literally just explain that. So for... Hey, Robert. Yeah, so this is a great filler that works really well for us as well. So you're going to roll the die, and everybody but the player who rolled the die, who's like the manager that round, has to abide by the rules of the die. So there are 4 different sections of the park, and so the die has 1 for each of those sections. And so, for example, if I roll the restroom symbol, people can only play dinosaurs in the right half of the board, the restroom side of the board. Alternatively, there's a food court symbol, and so if you roll the food court symbol, everybody can only play on the food court side of the board. Okay? And then there's a forest, and so you can only play on the forest pens, which are these 3 upper ones. And then there's the mountains or grasslands, and those are the 3 lower pens.
And I just realized it's sort of, well, they did a square in the diamond, so it's sort of color accessible-ish.
And there's also just actual symbols.
No, there's symbols, but what I mean is like the square can only go in the 3 square ones, and the diamond can only go in the 3. I've played this a bunch, and I only just noticed that because there's a diamond around the forest on the die.
Yes, and then there's a diamond around the icons for the.
Oh, the square, like it's the
Yeah.
shape
Oh,
is
yeah,
different.
yeah.
It's,
Okay. Hi, Mom Gamer.
That's cool.
Meeting you in person was like the highlight of my spiel. By the way. Okay. Then the other 2 sides of the die are just different restrictions. So this one means that you cannot put it. That round that this symbol is rolled, the dinosaur you place has to go in an empty pen, so they have to go someplace where no other dinosaur is. And if you can't do that, they have to go in the river.
Down the river.
And then this symbol is the pen that you put your dinosaur in cannot contain any T-Rexes. So that's that. The trick is, remember, whoever rolls the die can ignore it because they're the manager.
Which is an easy rule to forget.
It is a
In the
very
heat of the
easy roll
moment.
to forget, yeah. So, the other thing that matters is we're going to play 2 players. So the way that 2-player works is we're going to play 4 rounds, and we're going to, every round, we're going to drop one for ourselves, and then we're going to kick one out of the game. So we're going to still do 6 dinosaurs in the hand, but, yeah.
You know, having actually seen the inside of the Haba factory, I now look at wooden parts, and I'm just sort of like, there's machines that make these.
I don't understand how the thing that happened is the thing that happened.
No, I don't. I'm like, I see the machine, and it's still hard to, yeah.
I need to work on the video. I haven't even offloaded the thing. We got a tour of the Haba factory in October.
Who shuffled these?
I know, right? Okay. So I'll roll because I'm the best. So, you have to put in the forest, and I can ignore it. I'm trying not to look in your hand.
Oh, are we playing the 2-player variant?
Yeah, we're playing the 2-player variant. We're playing 2 players. Yeah, I'm editing a how it's made Haba version. I'm really excited about it. I need to actually edit that footage before it's the end of the thing. Normally, you wouldn't want to reveal what you played until everybody has done it.
Do we choose our dinosaur, or do we?
Alright, so then ditch 1. It's a great question.
And I ditch after you play.
Also,
yes,
I'm
okay.
so pretentious now about meatballs. Let's put the ones we're ditching up here. We release them into the wild. Alright.
I'm sorry, why are you pretentious about meatballs?
Because there's one that's chipped in there.
I mean, dinosaurs chip too.
Like, Haba has, the quality of Haba components is so high now, I'm just like, hey, dinosaurs are raw.
No T-Rex.
So you can place a T-Rex, but you can't put a meeple in where there is a T-Rex. Also, these meeples are painted, not stained, so the paint flakes off. But I still like the meeple. I just am real stingy now about
the meeple snob.
quality.
The meeple snob.
Yeah.
The meeple snob would be like a Twitter account or a YouTube channel.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Things and stuff. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I mean, I feel like to keep points from you, I need to do that. Right.
That's this whole.
Are you trashing?
our relationship.
There are some kids here. They can get eaten later. That was not a. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fate.
It's fate.
No T-Rexes.
You rolled the fate die.
Right.
Into the wild with you, T-Rex.
Yeah, that's not gonna go bad at all. He's got good spikes. He'd be fine. Yeah, that would be the one that would get eaten. All right. We know Unix. What would you like to ask? It's been years for me, but like days for Steve.
Whiny kids at the park who know Unix.
Oh!
That's the Jurassic Park joke. Yes. Are there whiny kids at the park that know Unix? Probably not this kid holding the balloons who's dangerously close to the edge of the bridge, but he might.
I think he's gonna float away any second.
Yep.
All right, roll the dice. Die. Whatever.
Hey, that's not. Oh, you mean. I'll reroll it.
If only we had great dice chase made by
Forest.
Forest. I have to do
Forest.
Forest. You don't have to do anything. This is awful for me. One is the loneliest one.
Place.
All right, I know what I'm doing.
Alright, I know what I'm doing.
Did you get both yours?
Well, no, we're doing them sequentially.
Well, I think just do your both.
Yeah.
You have your
Oh.
2. Do your 2.
I would say just do the one so we can
No,
switch
do
last
2.
minute.
Because then, oh, well, just do 2 and just don't cheat. You're fine. Steve, you don't cheat intentionally.
It's true, I don't.
I am placing that one there, and this one here.
I'm placing the T-Rex in the original.
Oh, I thank you. Interesting. The hand hiding seems like it could get kind of awkward. It doesn't. I've played with
That's
people.
fine.
We actually, in public, we like developed this pass. Here, do it with me. So we pass like this, and so you don't really even know. So like in public, do it like you're a stranger. So like it's like you don't even really need to touch hands. So like it's very minimal touching, but there is a lot of touching. Oh yes, Jeremy asked about us and stuff, and that's a great segue. But let me roll the die. Coffee cup. You have to place some coffee cups. Oh, I definitely am doing that. Okay. Our favorite Essen game that we brought home. That's such an awful question. Why do you make me pick my children?
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready. T-Rex is going away.
Triceratops.
Oh, interesting. You roll. You have to roll. You have to determine my fate.
Your fate is coffee cup,
Coffee cup.
which is one of my favorite places to get brunch in your Colorado.
Yeah, coffee cup. That's okay. Let me do that one. Okay.
Into the river, Triceratops.
Oh, Triceratops was my favorite as a kid.
I was a Triceratops.
But now
favorite, yeah?
Stegosaurus is my favorite.
Do they have 2 brains, Stegosaurus?
Yeah, one on their tail. Yeah. I really like Paris. It's kind of involved.
City of Lights.
City of Lights, Paris, City of Lights. I really liked Maracaibo. You were surprised by how much I liked that.
And we've now both played New Dale and Maracaibo, and I think
I like Maracaibo more.
I like Maracaibo more. It's more involved. I did like I want to play through the rest of the campaign of New Dale.
Oh God, you do that with him.
Yeah.
We can sell it to him. We can give us money.
We're going. I'm going.
Okay.
I brought it home.
It's not in the pile. We have a massive pile.
Yeah.
Our pile is huge. We have like stuff that's good that we brought back that I was excited about, but like I think favorites are tough. What did you play from Essen that you thought was cool? We didn't have anything that was like Spring on a String is like a really interesting game from like does interesting things component wise and like with that kind of stuff. But it needs some development. But Spring on a String is like our interesting, weird, quirky find of the show. Oniyami is like a card game. We didn't get it at Spiel. We got it at Game Store before Spiel, but it's only in Germany right now. And it's like competitive The Mind, which is super awesome. We actually really like that one. Yeah. I think it's your role.
No, I was just looking at I was tracking the games that we brought back from Essen. What we've played.
Glenmore 2 for Robert Purdon. Yeah. I didn't
Oh.
really ever get into them.
Did play Aquatica.
We did play Aquatica. Aquatica is like a really straightforward. It's just the card part of Concordia. It's good. It's engine building. It's hand stuff. It didn't do anything that made me go like, ooh, yes. But like, it was good.
So, the other silly game was Going Postal from Essen. That was like a...
Yeah. But the rules are awful.
Yeah.
So if you don't learn from somebody, it's a horrible experience. The crew. Oh gosh, we didn't get the crew at Spiel, but like we played it at BGG, and I played it at BGG. I really like the crew. I actually am getting a bunch of. I'm going to Germany for Nuremberg Trade Fair for work, and I had my coworker order a bunch of copies from Amazon to his house. Like, I had my coworker order a bunch of copies of the crew, and he's gonna give them to me at Spiel. So I'm really excited.
Also, when we're excited to play but haven't. When we're excited to play but haven't, we got the empty pen. We got the Crusoe crew in German, because when I was in the press room at Spiel, and I was going around to different things, and I saw the Crusoe crew, which I had seen in English, but we were kind of like, oh, are we really gonna play it? Is it maybe like more for kids? Like, when are we gonna play 4-player? I picked it up. I was like, oh my goodness, I can read the German, because it's like kid level, like story comic book German. It's one of those graphic novel adventures that Van Ryder developed concurrently with the original publisher. But I was so excited, and so we got the Crusoe crew in German to help us learn
we need to
German.
Do that this week.
We do need to do that this week.
Ha! Kibbuki is now the blame for it. Yeah.
Oh, Empire of the Void, yeah. And Nemo's War. Yeah. I do want to play Nemo's War.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Pick the two.
I feel like that's going away.
That's going away.
That's going away. Yeah. So frustrating.
Bold move card.
Bathroom side for you. Put them in the bathroom. Right. And yeah, Kabuki Kid is in Nemo's War Butcher. Yeah, I think that's like. Oh, Chocolate Factory. We have a Chocolate Factory at Essen. We really like that one as well. It's actually really funny because I've been traveling so much. We actually loaned a bunch of our Essen games to friends. So we don't actually have them all here anymore.
Let's see, what else? Also, TTR Japan. It's TTR with bullet chains.
It was good. Fun. It's interesting. I do like it. We got that for, we're going to take that to Colorado for Christmas.
We got the reprint of 10 Days in the USA, which is silly.
It's fun.
Like, I really like the art.
Yeah. All right, we're ready. You doing it?
What's the game?
I'm getting rid of an T-Rex.
The one, Chocolate Factory, yeah, that's right. I'm getting rid of another.
Roll it.
Wow. Thanks.
I have to place in the
This
mountains.
one rocks.
That's okay with me. That's okay.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm doing this.
I'm doing that, and then I'm setting a T-Rex on. I've made this mistake before. I've put all 6 dinosaurs out, and then realized I didn't reserve the last type for the lonely. Yeah, 10 days in Europe I think would be interesting. Oh, is this the last round?
Yeah. Bathroom side for you. Question is, what do I want? I'm gonna do that for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, we debated between 10 days in the US and 10 days in Europe, but we want to play with our nieces, so we got USA. Europe.
It is farce.
Yay!
Farce.
Cool. I'm ready. I don't know if I have the energy. I still have to work tonight.
Oh.
I don't know if I have energy to play the Winter Sing. You. Forest for you.
Yeah, well, I'll just... Oh, no, I'll do the river for a point. Oh, I should have put that one in the river. I did not smartly send my dinosaur down the river.
Great story, bro.
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
Okay, and then we score. I wish there was a score sheet.
This is a good
Yeah, it is. Okay, so 12 points here.
Mm-hmm.
No points here. Sorry.
Would you put that one in the river or no?
Which one?
The
I put it here. Why would I put it in the river?
No. I just mean, like, was that one of your last moves?
No, this was like one of my first moves. Psh, I'm not a fool. 12 points here, 5 points here, so it's 17. I get 10 points here, so I'm at 27. And then I am the king of the pack. I don't remember. So, whatever. So 34. And I have one pen with the 2x, so 35.
So their official
Blitzkrieg! He got that. I like it.
Oh, Blitzkrieg. Oh yeah, I really like that. So that was I was wandering the halls and it caught my eye and I was like, ooh, Paolo Mori. I think they've designed stuff, but I forgot what. And I wandered over and then someone else wandered over. I was watching a demo and someone else wandered over and we were both interested enough just in the game that we both like jumped into a demo and we were both like, yeah, we'll see if we like it. And then at the end of the demo, we were just like, okay, we're just both buying a copy. Like that was kind of fun. But I was like, yes, this is a game of this sort and this theme that we can actually play together. So the canonical names are the Forest of Sameness, the Meadow of Differences, the Prairie of Love, the Woody Trio, King of the Jungle, and Solitary. So for me, I've got 4 points from the Forest of Sameness, 5 points from the Prairie of Loves, that's 9. 10 points from the Meadow of Differences, so 19. And then 7 from the Solitary Island, so 26.
Plus 2 for your 2 experts.
26 plus 2, so it's 28. Plus 7, because I have the most 2 X's, is 35.
I'm tied.
And then 36.
Oh, you're Triceratops. He wins by 1 point.
I win by the dinosaur that I threw in the river.
There you go. Look how much I hate drafted from you. Or I hate dumped.
I did 3 of them.
I know. Wait. There's 8 of them. I was like, why are there more? Because there's 8.
And then, so I was dumping these, not necessarily because I wasn't going to get that, but I was dumping these because of the solitary. I like the pick one, dump one is almost too powerful, but is also really satisfying.
Yeah. How does Blitzkrieg compare to 13 Days the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Less fiddly.
I think I like it more than 13 Days. I think it's going to kill that for us. Because 13 Days, the cards are...
Well, we got rid of days. We just have minutes left.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
we do.
but minutes killed days for us because it was more straightforward.
And I feel like Blitzkrieg is more straightforward than those because the tiles it's just really straightforward with the tiles.
Yeah,
it's just these
the
two
whole
things.
game is summarized
There's
on your
no
player
like
aid in the back of
weird
the rules.
language card.
There also
things.
isn't as much of the like, oh, you got like every card forms a part of a strategy altogether. It's sort of like everything's fairly basic, all the units, but there are the special ones that you can get from the research. But yeah, I don't know. It's good. I like it. Yeah, I think it will kill the other.
So this is a very good filler family game. Teach casual gamers the concept of drafting.
Play it while chatting.
Play it while chatting. Coffee game, as we call it. Really like this. So it's the studio that does it is Anacama, which is actually a French video game publisher creator.
Oh.
And so they're actually producing board games now that are like intro, family-friendly board games, but they're a video game company, and so they are like going crazy high on the graphics, the arts. Like they have a whole department. So that's kind of the story of the publisher and why nobody knows who the heck they are. Because
That
I
also
went and I
explains
was
why
like,
the visual quality is just
Yeah.
really stunning.
I went to their booth and I was at Spiel and I was like, what in the heck? Because it's like a newer company and their booth was like huge and really stylized and very nice looking. And I was like, what? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. They're a video game company. So good night, Combi Cube. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
So this game is targeted towards people that are new to words.
New to the mechanic or just new to gaming?
New to gaming, like new to board gaming. Like in the back of the rulebook, it even talks about like what drafting is. Like where did the name Draftosaurus come from? Drafting is a game mechanic that consists of passing game elements, often cards, but in this case dinosaurs, around the table for the player to play. Like that's why. They want to thank Steven Spielberg, so I don't know what that's up about.
And there's also a quote, "Life finds a way" from Dr. Ian Malcolm, whoever that is.
Yeah. So, anyway, so the company's doing interesting things of like that nature. They did another game, I totally forget the name of it, that is basically kind of like a intro to the concept of blind bidding or auctioning. But I played it at some show. I don't know. It's just too many shows.
Sorry, you just gave me an idea for a dystopian science fiction game.
But I played their other game. It's Towers of something or Ruins of something or something. I don't know. Similar box size, factor, really high production quality. It is this like mentality filler level, but in the concept of like blind bidding. And I was really tempted by it because it is a really good game for that. But the 2-player is just kind of like unnecessarily, like 2-player bidding games don't super work. You can play it with that game, but I wouldn't. It's not interesting.
Yeah,
we've played it. I was like, I'm bored.
We've played some good games that have like bidding like mechanics as part of a game that works 2-player. But if the whole game is auctions or bidding, it's really hard to do 2-player. Or like if you're doing a 2-player auction game, it probably is going to be like just a 2-player.
Yeah. So anyway, I would. If you are playing with a lot of like family gamers or casual gamers or looking for if you like the kind of filler stuff or if you have kids in this age range, I would definitely check out what this company is doing in a comma because it is that wheelhouse. I kind of joke like my biggest regret is that this isn't a Hopping game because this would work really well in our game night approved line. But you know, it's fine, whatever.
You'll get them next time.
We'll get them next time.
Okay.
So I wanted to, while we're on camera, I don't do like reviews and stuff anymore. And our YouTube personality stuff is low and my Twitter stuff is low. I don't tweet as much anymore because I'm working so much. I love my job. I'm super happy in my job. But I still am like not. I'm very busy. But every once in a while, some of the companies that I used to work with still want to send me stuff. So one such company is Quiver. So Quiver wanted to send me this. This is a new product that they made. And they're just releasing it now. And I told them, I was like, I don't really do stuff anymore. And they were like, well, we'll send it to you anyway because you supported us in the beginning and we like you. And I was like, cool. So I was out of town and they sent it. I'm always out of town right now.
You got a message. I was just like, there's something from Quiver.
Yeah, Steve was like, why did you order more from Quiver? We talked about this. Because we actually have stopped traveling with our Quiver. Because I'm not reviewing games anymore and because I'm traveling for work and I don't have a lot of like suitcase space to bring games. The Quiver is so heavy. We load it up. The problem with being super efficient at packing is you're really efficient at packing. So like our Quiver has a ton of stuff in it.
It's almost like a bunch of crushed up paper all together.
Yeah.
It's like holding a log.
Night Mom Gamer. It was great
Gamer.
to see you. Have a good day. Evening?
Have a good day at work.
Yeah. So this Quiver is huge. It's very heavy. Like, even when we're going to see family, we don't really travel with it anymore. It's kind of crazy. We took it to Hawaii with us. We did a family vacation, and we just took it to Hawaii with us, and it had Carcassonne and Dominion. It currently has Carcassonne and Dominion in it.
And like normally,
and some other card games.
Like some of the family houses, we've stocked with games kind of already, so we don't always need.
Yeah, if we're traveling to see family, we don't really need stuff anymore because we have so many of our. We've left games there, or we'll buy other copies of games. So we really only use this when we would travel to when I would travel to Gen Con or Origins or trade shows that I was vlogging or working freelance, and I had more agency over my time. I would fill this with weird, quirky card games or games from Germany or Japan or all this, and just really interesting, weird, small stuff that nobody would ever have. And we played it a lot, and we used this a lot.
And you could just take it with you because you were on your feet. You didn't have a booth to stash stuff necessarily.
So it worked really well with that for the case, and it was really high quality, and I liked it, and I still really like it. But now with what I'm doing, it's just too big and way too heavy, and it doesn't really. It fits in our carry-on suitcases or his backpack, but it's kind of big for that still. And so one of the things that I've been doing is I've been buying a lot of card cases. So we actually have a whole stack of card boxes that I have been buying and experimenting as travel card things, because this is a serious thing that I've been trying to figure out this whole year. This is our key forge, right? We've been doing that, and then Quiver was like, hey, we have a new smaller quiver, do you want to try it? And I was like, yes. So they just sent us this. I have not used it yet, but I'm already super happy.
Yeah,
so
because
they just have a new smaller quiver, and I'm over the freaking moon. So I'm gonna pack it, and I can put this in my backpack. This will fit in my backpack, or I can wear it as a purse. The airlines will think it's a purse, so they'll let me on the plane with it as an extra bag, which makes me super happy. This will fit sideways in my roller bag.
Half
this will
the weight.
Fit in the rails. It's gonna be maybe not half. It's 3/5 of the size. But yeah, it'll be. I will load it up, but it'll be heavy for the size. People will still be like, whoa, but it won't be as crazy. So I'm super excited, but I don't have the strap on it right now, but it still has the waterproof zipper. It's still the vegan leather. It has now, actually this made me super excited. It now has this Rules Nest Pouch zips.
Oh, cool.
Because this one and the original one, let's actually switch cameras. So this is our original one. So this is the Rules pouch, and we have a lot of Tagmire games in here. But yeah, this is a complete copy of Carcassonne. This is a complete base copy of Dominion sleeved. So this is base Dominion sleeved, complete Carcassonne, with enough meeples for 5 players. This is Birds of a Feather. This is Second Chance. There's player sheets for Second Chance up here.
Is that Crew of the card game?
This is Crew of the card game. This is Beth Sobel's 100 cards, so we can play the mind of the game. And then we have my signed copy of Circular Wagons. I still have to get Paul to sign it. We have A Clash of Popes. We have some rules. We have Tides of Time.
Oh, that's what Tides of Time is.
We have Turbo Drift. And then we have some roll and write sheets for Second Chance, Castles of Burgundy, the dice game. We have the rules for Fuji Flush. Let's take those out. Put those with the game. It's over here.
Yeah.
So this is loaded to the brim, and this net pouch is great.
This is an entire game.
But when you open it, stuff always flung out. And so I was it was great, but stuff always was flying out of this. So with the new smaller one, I'm super excited that it now has a zipper on the top thing. So when I open it and it flops, my Jason Tagmire games, my button check games are not going to go flying, which makes me super happy. But 3-year warranty on the quiver. The customer service on this company is amazing. They have this thing, which I like. It's just a hand strap. And then this is the shoulder strap. I just haven't put them on yet. I'm really excited. I'm going to pack this up with some card games, and we're going to take it for Christmas.
I'm really excited for that.
I'm actually going on a ski trip this weekend, so I might pack it up and take it on a ski trip. But I actually throw these away. So these are more relevant if you're doing Magic, or if you're doing a competitive card game and you want to keep your cards really nice, because they square off the ends of the thing. But I get rid of these because this is
real estate.
You could fit a Jason Tagmire button shy game with that, right? So thank you, Quiver, for sending us. When you order one, it comes with these hard plastic dividers, which I sometimes use when I'm not carrying around an entire copy of Dominion. And they're acrylic, like thick, nice acrylic. They also have the Velcro dividers that you could see that like holds a more official thing. The quivers come with their sleeves, which are standard US sleeve size, and they're 100, and they're nice thick sleeves. We have so many sleeves in this house now. It's ridiculous. So many things we're going to do.
Are you telling me it's time for something?
So there's that. So I'm super freaking excited about this. And that's why I'm putting it on camera. So if you're interested if you've already wanted it, I have no idea how much it costs. I'm sorry. But it's probably on Amazon because they order them through Amazon. So if you've been interested in a quiver or something, that's that. There's another company. I have a lot of stuff from this company, and I'm hit or miss with their cases, but I really like these. But this is Dex Protection, so DEX. And so we've been using it with Keyforge, and we got these card dividers, and they do really well. It's crushed velvet on the inside, which kind of gets with the cards, which annoys me. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Keyforge decks plus the like tokens and gems that we use. So I like that one.
And we use different ones. We don't use card.
Yeah. And then this is a larger version of that box that has 2 slots. I bought it hoping that Steve and I could like his decks, my decks, and so we have one thing because this is all my decks.
Yeah.
Steve's decks are in this one. And so we bought this one, so it's like we just do one box for both of our decks, and then these would be like our home deck spaces. So I haven't used this yet, but like now I'm like, well, maybe I just use the quiver, right? And then this one I bought, and then I didn't like it. But this one is like you open it, and then these come out. So this, if we were serious Magic players, we would do this. But I might use it for our Cowboy Bebop game. I don't really know. But then Quivers surprised me. I did not know they were sending me this. They apparently have these plastic cases, which I use for prototypes, and it seems like it's full of sleeves. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know what the story is on this thing. I didn't know he was sending this.
That was in the box.
Well, no, I know that he sent it with it. I don't know anything about it, but
it's an unboxing stream.
It's turned into one. So it's just plastic. I use these for prototypes. Okay, so it has, holy smokes, matte sleeves. Okay, so it's 100 black matte sleeves.
Oh.
Interesting. And these are just standard clear sleeves. Okay. All right then. And this comes with 2 dividers. I will just use this for prototypes because they get trashed after a time, but it's okay. And then they also sent me this. So it comes with this. I don't know why.
I think you should keep it closed because the magnets.
I understand, but I don't understand why. So it's magnet closed. So you open it with magnets, and then this is the thing. It comes off completely, which I think is really interesting. And then there's a tray in the bottom, a divider, so you can have dice underneath or another cards that you want swapped. So I'm like, this is actually, like, for when we go to the pub, this is a good pub night Keyforge
or
option.
Like, if there's a game that was just cards and dice.
Yeah.
Like, boom, you're done.
Well, I have a prototype. And then it's magneted onto the bottom. But I have a prototype that I need for work that I'm going to be traveling with for like a year. And it has bits. And I'm like, this actually would be like a really nice box for it if it fits. And then this is wet erase or dry erase. It's just acrylic that you can write the name of your deck on. So this is a new product that they also have. And then it has the quiver. It's the vegan leather. So I don't know if they're doing color options. I didn't know he was saying this. I didn't know this existed. He told me this existed. And I was like, oh, hell's yes. So that's why I'm like super excited about that. But there you go. That's my random unboxing. Somebody sent me something, and I'm sharing it with you. Thanks. I did it.
We could ask opinions about something.
Do you have Sprawlopolis opinions?
Yes. Actually, so I
have fanny packs. I love fanny packs.
This is what I was going to mention a minute ago.
I will wear this like a fanny pack.
I've had Sprawlopolis in my bag for a while, and just in the last couple weeks, I've pulled it out like at least 3 or 4 times and like talked about it or showed it to people as just like people ask like, what game are you playing right now, or like whatever, like, oh, let me show you this game where it's a cooperative city building game where the objectives are just always interesting. Actually, in one of the times I was really excited to pull it out was after I played the City Skylines board game, and I was actually, it was an interesting tile placement thing, but I was a little disappointed that it didn't have that like flavor of city building, like those goals or achievements you're trying to get. And I was like, but Sprawlopolis does that great, because you pull out Sprawlopolis and you know, 18 card game, you flip over 3 of them and there's objectives on the back. You're like, how the heck? It's like a puzzle. How the heck are we going to do this combination of 3 objectives? Ah, so good. So good.
I enjoy it, but I'm bad at it. I think I would actually enjoy it more as a solo game. I'm not a good co-op person. Did you see the new shirt I got? I bought this
on
because
brand.
I don't know if I will actually wear it, but it's very on brand.
We will wear it to a show or something. I'm sure.
Yeah. This is very on brand.
I mean, I feel like you make this pose sometimes. It's
yeah. So
yeah.
I do like Sprawlopolis. I like the puzzle of it, but like I've never won it while playing with anyone. But Steve has won it while playing with people, so that says something.
Oh yeah, I won in the last game I played with our friend the other night. And we won. We got, I think, the exact target score we needed. And we looked up in the rules and it said meet or exceed, and then cheers went up.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. So all right. That is an interesting username. How did they let you even keep that? Twitch. So weird.
Oh.
Huh. Sorry, but I'm banning you because of your name. It's a family-friendly stream and chat. Cool. So, how did that even pass filters?
Yeah, I'm like, because Twitch will filter some things. Like,
there's a curse name in the username. I don't even understand. All right. We have not seen the coffee roaster app. So my work, when I travel to consumer shows, I don't like to take my laptop because it's really big and heavy. So I bring my iPad, and I have a whole bunch of iPad games back from when Steve and I were dating. So I was playing Lords of Waterdeep on the app again, like a lot. I still really like that game. It's really good.
When I was helping out Broken Token at their booth, that's one, because they have an insert for Lords of Waterdeep in the expansion. And
yeah,
so
we have that, right?
People will ask, we have that. People will ask about it, and I'll show it to them, and I'll be like, wait a second, I really like this game. It's really good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. On that delightful note, I think we're done for the night. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching us. This has been a stream of Draftosaurus, designed by these 4 people and published by Ankama Games. This game is being distributed by Luma Imports in the U.S., so they're kind of like the distributor/publisher. So if you see Luma Imports at a show, that is where you can buy it from. Otherwise, you can get it at your friendly local game store because they can get it from distributors. We wanted to surprise you all. It's been a while. We have a lot of games. We miss streaming and chatting with you all.
We've been talking about it every now and then that we miss streaming and streaming.
And it just kind of made sense to do it tonight. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad this worked out. I am so tired because I'm used to East Coast time and I'm still recovering from a convention. I took a nap today and I'm
Did you
still
plug yourself back in? I heard you were unplugged for like almost a week.
I really enjoyed PAX Unplugged. Philly is the convention center is nice. The food options around the convention center are great. The security situation at Philly made me feel really safe. They have metal detectors and bag searches going into the show at all entrances, which is really nice. But the problem with that is as a publisher, I just don't have time to leave and go get food and then come back through security. So it's like when we weren't working, the food options are fantastic, but in the middle of the day, the food options suck. So those are like my only complaints. Also, they didn't put carpet down on the exhibitor floor.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is really expensive. I understand why they don't do it, but
In other
I
news,
really like
because we also did just go to Board Game Con.
Oh yeah, I really like
that new venue.
New venue. I really liked the new venue.
It was great.
It was really good. if the one thing I was not a big fan of was the hotel rooms. So the old venue, the hotel rooms were good. They're fine. I don't really have like I stay in so many hotels now. It's ridiculous. And like I've stayed in one hotel room this year that made me go, oh yeah, and I used my status to get an upgrade in a free room. So it was like a nice room. It was a Marriott. I love Marriotts. But like
You love it so much. Why don't you marry it?
the new BGG hotel, the convention center space is great. I think it's good. It works really well. I do like it. There are breakout rooms. You just have to know where the hell they are. There's plenty of table space. I like that. The gaming room is upstairs, so you can see daylight or moonlight, right? The library is in the basement, which is fine. The expo hall is in the basement, which is fine. The venue is great. My only problem was the rooms, and my only problem with the rooms was the ventilation. There's like no vent fans. But I actually was in the hotel room I was in this week, like last week, didn't have vent fans either, which was weird to me. That's the first time.
Or opening. It didn't have ventilation or
opening windows. Neither hotel did. But the difference was that the bathroom doors at the BGG hotel were stupid. They were double barn doors, so they're coffin doors is what they're called, or case doors. And because they're just barn doors that meet in the middle, there's no ceiling. So if you think about it, like there's no seal. So when you normally have a door and you close it, there's like the door jamb that like seals the door, right, from noises and extra sounds. But a barn door just does this, and there's no sealant like around the door. So it's not great for insulating noise or smells for a bathroom. And we were sharing a hotel room with another couple. And so that was, yeah. And then there was no ventilation. So like
in the bathroom or outside?
In the bathroom or in the hotel room. You could not open any windows or doors. So we developed a policy. But the problem was like even when the four of us were sleeping, the breathing that we would do would create enough humidity in the room that the windows were just constantly coated with condensation, and it would last all day. And like you couldn't like there was so much condensation at some point it would just like it would just run down the glass. And I was like, this hotel is going to be mildewy as all hell. Like it's I don't even understand how.
Well, it's funny because like of how many like European hotels, places, they all have the.
We're also really spoiled, yes. Because
also,
European hotels.
The European hotels. But it's the style of window where it can open up like this, or if you lock it and flip the handle, it can open like this.
So you can vent, and it's
always
safe.
You always have like a safe ventilation.
Yeah, so we're really spoiled by hotels in European cities. So now American hotels are just. Ugh. It was super weird that there wasn't enough ventilation in those rooms. But it was the hotel rooms. Everything else about that con was great. I could walk. I walked BGG. I like left and walked to different parts of Dallas, and I got like good coffee, and there was good food, and the food in the hotel itself was good, just kind of overpriced.
There was enough play space. Like we never had a problem where there wasn't enough play space or it was too crowded even.
Yeah.
It was just it felt like there was enough room. I never felt super.
Yeah, so I was happy with the new space and the new like location in Dallas, relative it. Yeah, and like in the evenings we would go to dinner and it was super easy. So yeah, new BGG Con venue, 100% like it more. And PAX Unplugged, I really did like PAX Unplugged. I will be going back next year, which brings me to this point. Next year, BGG Con and PAX Unplugged are on the same weekend. And for work reasons, I will be going to PAX Unplugged. If I was not going for work reasons and I had to pick between PGG Con and PAX Unplugged, I would go to BGG Con because from like just hanging out with friends and playing, BGG Con is better for that. Actually, I might do Philly because downtown Philly is way more interesting. There's like the Liberty Bell, there's a lot of museums, there's a Christmas like market thing. There were so many great restaurants. I did not have a single meal in Philly that I regretted. Like, it was all freaking delicious.
You didn't get a barbecue, baby? Oh, God, that was good.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, Dallas, I'm just kind of, like, less inclined to hang out and go around Dallas. I don't know. So, actually, maybe if I was attending a convention for fun, I might do PAX, because their library is actually pretty good. I could harass my friends who have to work But then like we could go around Philly and like see and hang out in Philly. So actually, yeah, Philly is more interesting than Dallas. I take it back. If I was not working either show, and I had free time and vacation, I would probably go to PAX Unplugged. For that reason.
Also, I think it's kind of great that both shows apparently have great convention center, great play space, great library.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of embarrassment of riches that both of them
I think if
are,
we
like, run well.
I think if we didn't go to Essen Spiel, we would probably do BGG. But because we go to Spiel, like we don't need to have the BGG Spiel, like bring over a library.
Yeah.
PAX brings over a small section too. Actually, PAX doesn't bring it over. That's a whole nother issue. Anyway,
Yeah.
Kabuki Kid says any special Philly food. So the PAX Convention Center is along the edge of Chinatown, and Steve, because he has celiacs, can't eat a lot of Chinese food. And so I ate Chinese food every night, and it was amazing.
Well,
I miss Chinese food, and it's like good Chinese food, not like greasy Americanized Chinese food, like real Chinese food. Because I used to live in the Bay Area, and my best friend was Chinese, Taiwanese, and we would go to Chinese food all the time. And then my best friend got a girlfriend, and then I got a boyfriend, and then we just never hung out again.
Different dietary situations.
Different dietary situations, yeah. So I miss Chinese food like what? I was even telling you recently I miss Chinese food. And then I went to Philly and it's Chinatown and I was like, oh.
When like there are some, like places are getting better about gluten-free stuff, or like they'll prepare stuff with white sauce or whatever. Like
Not Chinatown.
Yeah, right. Like there's some places, but all the good stuff.
Oh man, you could have the first night we went to a noodle house and they did have rice noodles, so you could have had something there. But like we went to the dim sum place and you could have had nothing.
Yeah, we don't have a federal allergen thing. Some places do. Yeah.
It was so good. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. It's been great. This is probably our last stream for the year. So.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be.
Yep. All right. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. It'd be fun.
Yeah, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, because who the heck knows when we're going live again.
Surprise!
Yep. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out in the chat. And thank you, future watchers, for watching in the future. Good night.
Kabuki, why'd you put my password in chat?
Forget it, Steve. It's Chinatown.
It's a long story.